Hey everyone, welcome back to Thistle Hill Farmstead. My name's Todd, and today we're going to continue on the barn build. What we have going on today is we're going to be putting in the meter box for our electrical service and the panel for our electrical service. So I'm just waiting on the electrical contractors to get here today, and we'll start that process. So stay with us. As you can see, we've had some rain the past couple of days, and we got some water in here, but that's all right. As soon as we get the siding on, that'll fix that. This is what's going to be the tack room and feed room, and this is where we're going to put the electrical panel. Hopefully we'll be able to put it right here, and the reason I say that is if you look right out there, let me zoom in for you. That is the transformer there. The big box is a transformer. The little box beside it is our fiber optic cable for our internet service. But I want to be able to run directly from there straight over to the corner of the barn here, and then bring the line up here and then feed the barn from here. So I think that's the shortest run and the most direct run for the electrical service. So we plan on putting everything right here. Okay, so we got our panel. All right, so they're coming along with getting the panel up. Guys have taken a break. They really didn't want me to film them working, and I respect that. So I'll just show you what they've got going on so far. So they've got the outside meter box here that they're putting on, and this is where the electrical meter will go. And then they have the knockout here for the conduit that will come down, and then the electrical company will connect into that. And then they still have to do a couple of grounding rods here. I believe they said they need 2 grounding rods 6 feet apart, so they still have yet to put those in. But let's see what else we got over here. They're putting in the interior panel, breaker panel here. So that's going in nicely. And then they're wiring in, just for the inspection, an outlet. And then they're coming up to a switch, and then coming on up to a light fixture. And really that's all you need for your inspection, at least here in our county. So that's what the guys are doing, and we'll get that inspected. Of course, this wire that they've got coming through here will then come up and connect to the lugs here, and then they'll put the breakers in there, and or a breaker really is all you need for this, and wire it up there. So it's coming along. I'll bring you back when they're finished with what they're doing and show you the finished product. Okay, so here's the finished product. We've got our breaker box here, our inside electrical panel, and we've got a little conduit, flexible conduit, going over to an outlet, GFCI outlet, to a switch, and then up to a little set of lights. And like I said, from my understanding, or what I've been told by the electrician, is that that's all you need to get your inspection done. And this was done by our folks at Power Pro Electric. So if you're around the Eatonton area, Putnam County area, and need some work done, they are great. I've used them. We use them on our house and a couple other projects, so they do a really good job. And then on the outside here, they have put our meter box on, and again, I'll be putting tin on the outside of this, so tin will wrap around that. Put our conduit down into the ground. We also have our ground wire, goes down to a grounding rod there, and then there is another grounding rod or ground wire that runs around to a grounding rod that's here. So there's 2 grounding rods. I think he said they needed to be 6 feet apart. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's what he said. So let's take a look at what he's got here. We have our box here. Let's open this one up. Okay, so that's where the meter would go, right there. And then down here, these are kind of a neat little thing here. It's got a clip here that you just pull back and push up, or let it drop down rather, and it opens up. So there you go. So here's our main breaker, 200 amp main breaker. And then they've got everything closed in behind these little panels, which is really cool. So no chance of anybody opening this up by mistake and getting into anything that could hurt you. So that's nice. So you close that back up, and then you just lift up on it, and it locks in. There's for that one. And then this one just sits up in there. And once I get the meter in, this will not come out. And then you push this down, and they'll put a lock on here, or a little tab, so that you can't open that up and get into where the meter box is. And then let's take a look at the inside. Again, I don't remember if I opened this one up in here, but it's the same principle. You have this little tab, and you can put a lock in here if you'd like, but pull this back, it drops down, it opens up. There we go. We have a single breaker for the time being in to take care of our receptacle and our light. But you can have, this has slots for up to 20 breakers, 20 single pole breakers, or if you do dual pole, it's obviously less. And then to close this up, we just close it, lift up. Let's see. There we go, and it snaps, and you're good. And here's how the hinges are on that. They're just like slide up and down on there, so that's kind of cool. So that's it for our electrical installation thus far. Like I said, this is only to get our inspection done, and then once the inspection's done, then we're free to have additional wiring done as we need. But again, big thanks to Power Pro Electric, who came out and did this work for us. They didn't want to be filmed. The 2 technicians who came out didn't really want to be filmed, and I respect that. I always ask any of my contractors who come out to do any work whether they mind being filmed or not. These 2 particular said prefer not to be, and that's fine. That's their prerogative. But sorry I didn't get more of the activity of it being put in, but that's why. But it's in now. They will call for the county to come out and do the inspection. And then I'm not quite sure what the next step as far as getting our local EMC electric company to come out and connect the transformer up to here. I'm assuming once this inspection's done, either they will contact our local electric EMC, or I'll need to contact them and say, hey, I need power connected to this. They'll come out, trench from our transformer that's on our property here out to the box, and then we'll have power out here. That'll be great. I can plug my little compressor in right here and not have to run an extension cord over to the chicken coop. Well, that's it for this little short episode of the horse barn build and the electrical installation of the panel and the meter box. So I hope you enjoyed that. Stick with us for future videos where we're going to put the siding up, the doors on, the rest of the rafters in. Lots left to do. So I'm doing this myself, so it's a bit at a time. So make sure you like the video if you do like it, and make sure you subscribe so that anytime that I'm posting videos, you'll know about it. And to do that, you'll need to go down there and ring that little bell notification. Click on that bell notification button so that anytime I post a new video, you'll get notified. Thanks again for joining us here at Thistle Hill Farmstead. We'll see you next time.